touched it.
Look at fuck out here.
Are you grossed out by your own mustache?
No, it's a loose finger, man. It's gross. I don't know where that
Nasty.
shit has been. What is going on, people? Welcome back to the Top Tier Podcast. This is episode 101.
Oh shit, we in them triple digits, man.
Digits.
The digs.
My name is Brendan. You can, of course, find me on the YouTubes over at youtube.com/Retel Factor. You can find this show, the Top Tier Podcast, over at youtube.com/Top Tier Podcast. With me today, Lou Tixon.
Hello. I don't know what that was.
And Esports Money, Behr.
What's up, guys? How's it going, man? I'm glad to be back. I'm sorry I missed episode 100.
Yeah, me
You
and Lou.
missed the 100, man.
We had the
Yeah.
whole place to
It was
ourselves.
a special.
Yeah, that's pretty
It was a special time, man.
special one. I mean, it saved Retel some editing time because all you had to do was split screen.
Yeah, you
that
see me
bitch.
lazy that shit.
Yeah, I love-
Right down the middle, man.
I see you, man. I see you. I know
That
you saved
local
some-
co-op, dog.
Hey, but it worked out. Whatever. Me and Lou, we held it together for one
We
episode.
held it down.
We held it down.
So Retel, man, we gotta address the elephant in the room, man.
Address the caterpillar in the,
The
room.
Caterpillar
yeah.
in the room, man.
Brendejo
the
Sanchez.
fuck
We
is
promised
this?
it last episode
Okay.
because I know you didn't listen to it.
I listened to half of it. I'm
No,
sorry. I fell
see, he
asleep.
couldn't
I
even
told
get
you.
through it,
No,
dude.
I listened to it before I go to bed. I had work in the morning. All right, I had to pass out. I didn't get to the twisted metal part.
No, he can't fall
Yeah.
asleep unless he listens to our show.
Oh no, that's good though, man. You guys held it
that's
down.
the shit right
It's when you sit back and you listen to it, it's great doing it from an outsider of an episode I'm not on. It was really entertaining, man. It's a good show.
Oh, okay, that's good. Thanks,
yeah,
man.
yeah, you guys did it.
I I don't even watch. The only time I ever watch the show is when I have to edit it. But I almost always listen to it again
yeah.
just to. Are we doing a good job? You just gotta make sure sometimes. I'm not sure. But yeah, man, we're just for this podcast we whipped out the Steve Harvey look.
Yeah.
Brendejo Sanchez.
Can you just rub it on the mic for the listeners? Because they can't see it, man, but
I
they can
talk
hear
to
it
the
at least.
shit all the
Just what's your own mustache? Just on your face, man.
Oh, there you go. The
did.
people heard it. The people heard it. Retel, man, when you become a famous Twitch streamer,
course.
when someone subscribes or donates, you're gonna hear that the little mustache swing, dog.
There's a little bit of static, a little scream.
Yo, tell the people what your girlfriend thinks of the stash.
Oh, she doesn't like it.
Yeah.
No,
So why?
no.
What was her reasoning?
She just thinks first of all, she thinks I look like a serial killer.
Damn.
That's what she said. Oh, the serial killer Brendan's back. I was like, there was one before.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he was
Oh,
back.
that's
What was the first one?
Well, I did do the mustache once before, but that was for Movember,
Oh,
right?
Oh yes.
And I held it down for a month. But
so
this has been this is fully grown out, because I had a full beard going on before, and now it's just and I haven't been clean shaven in first time in 2018.
ain't even that clean, dog.
Yeah, I know, well.
Call that clean? Some stubble right there.
Yeah.
Well, I just got 5 o'clock shadow, dog. I'm a man. What do you want from me, dude?
Lou was saying how Retel looks like a Vancouver hipster.
That's true.
That's very true.
You see a lot of dudes with stashes.
All you
man.
need is a plaid shirt, maybe, and you'd be
Yeah.
probably set. Huh?
You could totally dress like just grab one of your
My-
flannel shirts, your
flannels.
Yeah.
skinny jeans.
skinny jeans, and I'd fit right in. Go to fucking
you some-
craft beer.
Put your glasses on.
There
you
you
know,
go.
Oh yeah.
your hipster glasses.
Shit. That's right.
Shit.
Anyways, what's new with you guys?
Let's ask Behr because
Yeah,
we
let's
talked
Behr.
about it
We-
last
we-
week. We talked about my shit last
Yeah,
week.
we talked about you.
I mean, same
Yeah.
old. Just been working. Been doing a few videos here and there.
have you?
I have. I mean,
Have you really?
Yes, I
You
have.
made me a new deep cuts
Yo,
intro,
he
man.
dropped
I really
Zamasu,
appreciate that
man.
shit.
Yeah.
Drop that shit.
Obviously, Billy's wedding was a huge thing.
Yes, we'll definitely talk about
We'll
that in a
talk.
bit.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Maybe we'll wait for Billy. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if he's going to be on today.
That's true.
Well, we can give our perspective, and I'm sure he's got an entirely different one.
Absolutely. And what else? I mean, we've been playing some games here and there, man. I got a PlayStation VR.
Oh, that's right. You haven't
That's been a
talked
big-
about it
yeah,
since
so
we've done
which-
the show.
You can get that Tetris, dog.
Is it out yet?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know.
Is there a VR Tetris game? I know Beat Saber's coming out. That shit looks
this
dope
guy
as
doesn't
hell.
even.
Well, pretty much it was leading up to E3. Retel was my price advisor,
Oh, that's right.
my accountant,
Give
whether or
you all
not
the
I should
pricing
do
stats, dude.
it. Yeah. And to be honest, it just was such a good deal because I mean, Retel and I game share as we've talked about before on this show, and Retel's got like every good VR game.
He has all games, man.
He does.
Well,
He
it's
has
like
all.
I paid a lot of money for the VR. You got to get the good games, dude.
Yeah. So I ended up getting only Doom with mine because it was in the bundle, and then I had everything else thanks to Retel. I'm sorry, Retel. I'll get the next few good VR games. It's on me. But it's been awesome, man. I've just been looking for a new way to game, something with more like immersion. I want to make a maybe video on that on the side, just because of why I think VR is so great. I mean, obviously, a lot of people still think that it's a really big kind of tacky way to play, but I think it's more than that. It just takes the developers to make us these story-driven experiences, and even if you look at some of the ports like Skyrim and
Skyrim's dope in VR.
yeah, I mean, it's
really
just
cool.
it's such a huge game that you're really in this world when you play it. It's super cool. So I got just that, man, and I'm glad to be. I'm not an early adopter, but I'm glad to be an adopter of VR because, I mean, if it's successful throughout this phase, I'm sure we'll see it for the next 20, 30 years, kind of evolve into what everyone really expected out of it. Wireless and sharper resolutions and more story-driven games.
There's definitely it's baby steps, right?
It is.
This is like the first console VR headset ever, except like the Virtual Boy. I guess doesn't really count.
Yeah, no, it's not really VR. It was the Virtual Boy was just a screen you look through.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all that was. But that's been really cool.
What have you been playing on it other than you've been trying out a bunch of stuff? Or
so
what?
I mean, I had a talk with you guys. Know I'm a bitch ass.
You don't like
homie.
horror games.
Yeah, because I can't do horror games, man. Because horror games alone are bad, but then horror games in VR, like I can't imagine doing.
It's fucking rough.
I get creeped out in some of the weirdest games, dude. Like I was playing, was it Herocade? I know it had some horror game in it, dude. Dreadhalls. I went into that for like 30 seconds. I bitched out, dude. I was in the menu.
Dreadhalls is scary as fuck. I'm not even lying. Like that's actually one of the scariest VR games.
Okay, because I was like, dude, this is not. I can't do this. I was playing the other mini games in there, but dude, even like the main menus in some games creep the fuck out of me because sometimes it's so dark and it's so quiet. That dude, if like anything popped out at you, dude, I would shit my pants.
Just the intro for Rush of Blood, Until Dawn, Rush of Blood.
Oh, dude, I
just
didn't
getting
even
to the title screen, you're sitting in the cart and you got fucking shit popping out at you and shit. I was like,
man.
Fuck this.
Yeah,
it's scary.
Rough.
It's
that's
effective
rough.
in VR, man.
Until Dawn, even the original game had so many jump scares, but
it did.
Get to that. But I've been playing a lot of Wipeout, a lot of Doom. I'm a big Star Wars fan, so the X-Wing mission.
Okay.
I know it's only a 15-minute friggin' mission, but it's one of the coolest experiences you can have in VR. You should totally try it.
Sweet.
Superhot is the big one.
There we go.
Superhot was the big one. Probably the one we played the most in our place.
Nice.
We had to kind of clear out our living room for
You
that
need
one.
space. You gotta move.
Do. Yeah. So we just cleared out our coffee table and our couch back. And when you have a lot of space in that game, dude, it's so much fun. It's probably the coolest VR experience I don't know I've ever tried.
I think it's probably my number one, dude. Skyrim VR. It's not Skyrim VR. Skyrim VR is dope. Yeah. But Superhot. So sick.
Really cool.
Well, you also should also try on my account. Did you try Hollow Ball?
I have not. No.
It sounds stupid. It's like a VR Pong game where you're like and you just hit the ball back and forth.
I didn't like that one, man.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I thought the game was dope as hell.
Yeah, Lou's got some good experience with VR too. You've tried a decent amount. So what did you like the most? I had
to try to sell that shit. I really liked. What was that? I can't remember.
Damn, was that rough or something trying to sell that?
Nah, man, it was cool. I mean, I didn't really like actually sell it. I just had to demo it for people. But like, there was like, I just I was there a lot.
Hey, they were sold out for what the first 2-3 months.
They were like, for a while.
You could not find them, right?
Yeah, and then the Move controllers. You can find Move controllers anywhere for a long time.
Move controllers were something that you saw in the bargain bin for like 99 cents.
Yeah.
And then they quickly skyrocketed back in value. Yeah. It was the craziest thing. Yeah. What else did you try?
There was a lot. I mean, the one that I really liked though was that rhythm game?
Thumper.
Thumper. Yeah, Thumper was awesome. Yeah, Thumper was dope. Like as far as rhythm games go.
Yeah.
Because like, there's something about like rhythm games where you really have to be in the zone. You know what I mean? Like when you're playing it, so it kind of flows properly. But like when you play that shit in VR, it really gets you in the zone because you have to be in the zone.
You got no choice.
So it's just like you get so focused, and I don't know. There's something about that game in VR, like it was really fucking cool.
Yeah, that's why I think Beat Saber looks so fucking sick. I haven't it's been on the PC for a little while, and it's supposed to be amazing.
Yeah, but that's what this new
Yeah.
Tetris game, man.
I'll buy
It's
Beat
dope as
Saber
fuck.
for us, Retel.
Good.
Don't worry.
Fucking better.
You're fucking better.
Buy Star Trek Bridge Crew so
Or
we can
serial killer Brendan,
give
man.
orders to each
Serial
other.
killer Brendan's gonna
You
come
know-
after you if you don't buy that shit, dog.
Yeah. Hey, Star Trek Bridge Crew, I don't think we ever talked about it on this podcast. I've tried it a little bit.
Is it stupid?
I mean, it's cool. I could see it being really fun with friends. Like,
Yeah,
if,
yeah. Might need
the
more
three
than
of us
just-
with
yeah.
Billy, the four of us were to play it.
It'd be
I
hilarious.
think it'd be really, really funny.
What do you do in that game? I know about it, but I don't like know.
Well,
Like,
there's just a captain, and there's someone manning the guns, and there's someone manning the shields. Everyone's just got their
Okay.
own work. You're always communicating. The captain's telling you what to do, and
it's kind of like Love in a Dangerous Space Time, but like
Yeah.
VR.
So you're
much
just
3D.
you could probably just fuck with each other and do stupid shit. So it's super cool.
Run
But
up and smack someone in the back of the head.
I mean, we could probably just jump in and play like the Rec Room VR. There's probably a lot of good shit in that.
yeah, that has like some
That has a
battle
bunch of-
royale shit, right?
Yeah, it's got a
That's
bunch of random shit in it,
Yeah.
and they update it frequently. I think.
super cool. Yeah, do you know what? I've yet to experience a multiplayer game in VR.
Me neither.
So
I
yeah,
did
we
all
gotta
single
gotta
player.
try something for
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
But very cool. Nonetheless, I've been having so much fun. Been playing my Switch a little bit on the side. I've been playing Crash Bandicoot Trilogy. Thankfully,
nice.
it was really nice of my new YouTube network, known as Full Screen. They sent me a code for that, which
Oh,
was really
shit.
cool because they're just talks with Activision. So yeah, it was cool playing that on the go. Whitney recently got a PlayStation Vita. You guys know I'm open about shit that I kept my Vita not hacked. But then Whitney wanted to get a Vita, so I'm like, we're gonna hack the second one. Fuck this shit, because like I want to support the Vita. I'm such a big fan of that console. So we hacked the hell out of her Vita, so we can play like PS1 and PSP games and shit,
Yeah.
on the go. So that's been super.
Because
cool.
the Vita, like, you can already like you can go and buy PS1 games from the store, but not everything is on there, right?
No.
So yeah, just hacking it, man. You get a whole fucking library. It's
Not
insane.
everything is on there, and also some of the games that are on like the PS3 store, you need to use the PS3 to transfer. So like I own Metal Gear
Yeah,
Solid
that's
1, right? I own that digitally on PS3, and I can move that to my Vita. But there's this glitch that when Sony added two-factor authorization into your sign-in, which is like a must-have for anyone listening out there, if you own a PlayStation account or any account, always have two-factor authorization. Like let it text your phone so you guys can get people, because Sony is just known for getting accounts hacked. So when they added that, like there was a huge glitch where you were not able to transfer PS3 games to the Vita. So I was never able to get Metal Gear Solid 1 onto my Vita unless I disable two-factor.
I
It's
had
just a fucking weird
fucking
mess.
similar thing happened back when, like, earlier when the Vita was like new still. They had a PSP game, Valkyria Chronicles 2, was exclusive to the PSP, still is. And I bought it digitally. I'm just like, oh, sick! I want to play this shit. But I couldn't download it through my Vita. I was like, what the fuck? So I had to
Stupid.
download it on my PS3,
Yep.
connect it, and then transfer it over. I was like, this is the dumbest shit.
That's exactly that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is for MGS1 and a bunch of other PS1 games, actually. It's really weird. It's apparently some sort of licensing issue. But yeah, and then last night I actually played one last game that I think all of us should try. I think Retel may have played it, but it's called Dragon's Crown.
Oh, yeah.
Really damn fun. It's a
What is
beat 'em up.
Beat 'em up.
Like, the old. Have you guys ever played like the old Dungeons and Dragons games? No.
Yeah, like on the Sega Saturn ones?
Yeah, like those
yeah.
ones. Yeah. So it's pretty much like a modernized version of that. It came out in like 2013.
We should
I
all
want to
fucking
say
play one day.
That's on the Vita.
On the PS3.
It's on the PS. It just got remastered to PS4. Right?
PS4. That's
Oh.
right. And to
4K.
be honest, if you have it on your Vita, you can come here, play it on your own screen. It's actually best when
sick.
everyone has their own screen to play it. But it's super cool. It's such a fun fucking game. I feel like we'd have a blast playing that.
So, like, I don't know if you didn't listen to the rest of the last episode, but we're talking. So we're gonna start doing a new thing probably after I move in
Yeah.
August, where we record. We're gonna basically week 1, week 2 type thing. We're gonna 1 week we'll podcast. Next week we'll do like a 1 hour like gaming video, where we all just sit around, play Mario Party or play random shit like this.
Sure. Mario Party's a 1 year.
And this is true.
Once a year.
So
deal.
maybe
Yeah.
we should save that for the new Mario Party for Switch then.
Yeah, there's only so much salt
Yeah.
we can handle. Man.
Yeah.
You're gonna need to have a sky cam in here, dude, for that Mario Party. Because if we're gonna need to like take down the Switch and
Oh well, you could play like classic mode. I'm pretty sure.
come on, Retel, you gotta give people a full experience here,
Come
man.
on, man.
That's way too complicated, dog.
Oh man, you could just fucking buy a gooseneck, attach your camera to that shit.
We already got a gooseneck.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, my long lanky arm. I'll hold it
I'm an
up.
asshole.
I got you, dog. I got you. But yeah, that sounds good. So no podcast every week then.
That's right. Starting in August is when we're gonna.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
That sounds good. I
opened a poll on Twitter and it was like very divided.
Okay.
Like because I asked people like what would they want more, like the podcast the way it is, or like kind of like gaming videos or streams or something like that from all of us like together.
Cool.
And it was very divided. So I'm just like, we're gonna do week 1, week 2, see how it goes.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Should we stream it?
Well, it depends on how long we go. Because if we stream, like you can't just stream for like an hour. It's not worth.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe we'll try that out. Maybe I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I mean,
Cool.
a 2-hour stream would work, but
Yeah, this is true.
but that depends on what people's time is. I understand.
Exactly. Anyways, it's a long weekend. It was Billy's wedding.
That's right.
What'd you think of this guy's hosting ability?
He did good.
Yeah.
He did very good.
Oh,
Yeah. Good job,
thanks,
Retel.
guys. I was really intoxicated by that point.
I know.
I
Were
was
you really?
I was feeling pretty loose.
Yeah.
You did a better job than I would have for sure. Because I
You
would have.
think?
Yeah, I think that I don't know. If I were given that hosting duty, I probably would not have drank the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah, I just would not fuck around or like make any jokes.
Taking
or
it
anything
too
like that.
serious and shit?
Yeah. I just wanted to like, because I know for Billy this is so important. For anyone's wedding, it's so
absolutely, yeah.
important, right? So I don't want to get loose and fuck around. So I'd probably would drink very lightly or not, not at all. But
Like I wasn't like by the point like I did most of the talking at like the beginning, right? So by that point I wasn't like really, intoxicated, but especially like once we got to like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, oh man, it was rough. Because even right before we went and did our walkout, we went and did like shots of Hennessy and shit. Like, damn. But it was-
Vietnamese people love their fucking Hennessy,
Yeah, it
man.
was
That's
great.
the Vietnamese
And we were
thing.
we were sipping on Patron all day.
Yeah,
Patron,
they
man,
ran
that
out of tequila
Patron.
in like the first 30 minutes of the parties. And some crazy shit. So we
Yeah.
had to do shots of Hennessy.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was really, really good.
Honestly, one of the funnest weddings I've ever been to.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. So like me and Lou, we'll just take you through the day. So we had to start the day really fucking early, right? Because we were groomsmen. And so like we had to be at Billy's place at 7:30 in the morning. And so we were in our suits literally since like 8 o'clock, 7:45. And so we start the day there. We get all ready. Billy got like socks made for all of us, or like custom socks for each of us. So we all had like superhero socks.
Yeah.
Had Thanos.
Ooh, custom?
Why you gotta do the snap,
Well,
man?
hold
Why you gotta-
Yeah, dog.
You're like one of those like Yu-Gi-Oh nerds that play Yu-Gi-Oh and they do like all this shit.
That's, you gave him the Thanos snap, man.
You
didn't you?
Thanos stuff. Get rid of half of this wedding party.
Wait,
right
hold
now.
on. Damn.
Savage, son.
That's a lot of dead Chinese people, dude. God damn.
They're not dead. They're in the Soul Stone. Spoilers.
Okay, sorry.
We don't know that.
Tell me, wait, hold on. So custom socks?
I think that, well, he
I
got
don't think
them.
they were custom
He
made,
got
but
them
they were,
from
like,
some
Especially
Chinese
like,
website,
Oh,
but they were
okay.
really nice quality socks.
They're
I
good
really
quality
like
So
socks.
you
them.
got Spider-Man, I guess?
I got Biclops, man.
Oh,
Cyclops.
there was
Biclops, my boy
Cyclops ones?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
fucking legit.
because Billy asked, he's like, "You want Spider-Man?" I was
Apparently-
like, I got so many Spider-Man
This
things
place
already.
must have
Like, give
had
me a
everyone.
Cyclops.
To have like Cyclops and shit.
What do you mean to have Cyclops? Is pimp as hell.
Well, yeah, but he's not like.
Yeah, I know. He had trouble finding
Yo, tell
Cyclops.
me the other
but he got
heroes.
him.
Who else got who?
So then Billy was wearing
Venom.
Venom. That's right.
Oh,
Vincent was wearing Groot.
nice.
Brian was Billy told me this when he was asking Brian. It's like, what superhero do you want? Brian was like, yo, I want Wakanda. So he got Wakanda, man. He's wearing
Just
Black
Wakanda.
Panther. He's wearing Black Panther.
And then Boris, of course, was Iron Man.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's way legit.
And then like first thing in the morning, Billy gave us all flasks, filled it up with Patron.
Mine was filled to the brim. Mine overflowed.
And we were like literally to start the day, we're all taking shots.
Billy's got mine next door. Actually, I need to go get it.
I don't know. He's got mine too because I left mine at
That's
the
right.
venue.
Yeah, you just pulled out a flask out of your jacket. I thought you guys were joking when you guys mentioned that. You guys like the first time I talked to you guys and after the ceremony.
No.
I
It
thought
was-
you
it
guys
was
straight up
there.
had flasks. Holy
All
shit.
day we were sipping on Patron.
And so it's I guess it's a Chinese thing. So you go and you have to play like these door games. So all the groomsmen are here. So we get ready. We take some shots or whatever. Then we head over to the hotel where all the girls were staying, and that's where like Billy has to, I guess like, he's got to say some shit to Daffia and like offer them money or some shit, and like all this kind of like traditional stuff. But we all kind of made it fun, and they make us do a bunch of stupid shit and play these games. So they made us.
Oh yeah, I heard this one.
So one of the first things that they made us do was like, okay, actually, wait, first they had to let us in. And Billy had to give them money. And so we're making all this noise, and it's like early in the morning, and we're in the hallway at the hotel, and we're making all kinds of noise. And like they don't let us in right away because they weren't ready and shit. And so at one point, this guy comes out, he's like, quiet! Down the hall, because we're making so much fucking noise,
God.
right? And, quiet! Be quiet!
Oh
yeah,
my God.
he was pissed.
Asian guy or white guy?
I didn't see him.
He sounded
I didn't see
Asian,
it yet. I didn't. I had my back turned to him, and I was just like, what the fuck? By the time I turned around, like, he closed the door already.
Shit.
But we didn't give a fuck.
It's a wedding, dog.
Yeah. Tell us to be quiet. Shit.
Shit, man.
And no, I
Fucking
don't
up
think it
your
was that
buzz.
late at this point. I think it was like 8:30 or 9 in the morning. So it's not like we were making noise at like.
Yeah, it wasn't it wasn't super early.
It wasn't like an unreasonable hour. So whatever, man. So they eventually let us in, and we had to play these like games. We had to like put a fucking like diaper on Billy or some shit
With our mouths.
with our mouths. Well,
Shit.
not using our hands.
Yeah.
Apparently, Retel used his foot.
I did. Almost kicked Billy right in the balls doing it too. Because I was just trying to get the front area, just like. But anyway, we got. They're like the videographers. They recorded fucking everything. So I'm
That's
really
funny.
excited to see.
I
Some
need
of
to
this
see
footage.
this. I need to
We'll
see
do
some
like a
of this.
viewing party here.
Is that going to be a Patreon exclusive to see a diaper be put on Billy without using
It's up
hands?
to Billy. It's his footage. And then
That's a $50 tier on Patreon.
that might have to be.
Yeah, that would be a very high tier on Patreon.
And then Billy, like, we had to like pass a bunch of seaweed through between our mouths and get it from one plate to another and shit. That was all easy.
Damn,
But
did you use
Lou
your
made it
tongue?
all fucking wet though, man.
Oh, fuck.
He's like here. Look at his lips and shit.
Because I knew, like, by the time I got to Retel, it would have been my end, because it was, like, alternating ends.
Yeah, because
right?
there was one person between us.
Yeah, it was, like, Billy, me, Derek, Retel. And so, I was like, Retel's going to get mine, so I was just like...
Oh.
So I'm grabbing this fucking seaweed, it's all soggy and
Oh.
I look at Retel afterwards, he got, like, this piece of seaweed stuck to his lip.
You should have taken a fucking picture, dude.
I mean, I wasn't going to let him roll around like that. I was just like, yo, you got some shit on your face, dog.
Fuck. I would have taken a picture and then told him.
I should have taken a photo. I was just too busy
maybe
laughing.
the videographers might have it.
Just Retel smiling with some shit on his face.
Videographers like they're zooming in. Like,
There's a Behr if he was a fucking
I would, yeah.
They missed the game. Just get Retel.
I'd lose my job real quick if I was a fucking wedding videographer.
Yo, if that was a videographer at my wedding, I'm just like, this guy did a great job. Captured the important moments, dude.
Oh man.
And then they made us fish some like a loony out of a bucket of ice and shit with our feet.
Damn, that sounds painful.
Yeah, it was cold, man. It was cold. I think me and Billy were the only ones who really stuck it.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys are doing it wrong, man.
Well, Billy was dumb because
he started
immediately
scooping the ice out.
Yeah, he immediately started like because the loony was kind of like sitting on the ice.
Yeah.
Billy moved around shit way too much, and so it stuck to the bottom.
Yeah, I was like, I should have just grabbed it from the top, man.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
But anyways,
That sounds
Really
hype.
cool
Is that
as
the last
hell.
game you guys played?
So yeah, that was the last game we played, and then we eventually came back here, and they did like a tea ceremony. And we just ate a bunch of food.
that was good, man. It was feasted.
Really, really good food. And I had to break my keto diet because they had a bunch of fried rice and Chinese food and this amazing pork.
Did you broke it?
Yeah,
Okay,
just for the day.
Of
Man,
course,
of course. You got to do it.
Yeah. You
Plus-
wouldn't have been able to eat almost anything.
I know, and plus knowing that I was going to be drinking all day, I was like, I need some,
How much did you
Carbs.
feel it?
like the carbs.
Yeah,
Like,
heavy all day.
and then like afterwards we went for dim sum with Billy in the morning, just like with just four of us, and so I'm just like, you know what, we're already cheating, so I ate some dim sum. I had like some sticky rice and shit and some dumplings, and man, I was fucking like rest of the day I was like, I feel like shit. I felt like shit, and even in the morning, like the day after, I still felt like shit. But we're good now. It's been like 24 hours, no carbs.
Yeah.
But it was gross. So then after that, we went to the ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
So, Behr, from the outside perspective, how was the ceremony, dog?
That was great, man. Very beautiful place. Was amazing. We walked in. I know that they have like the bride and the groom side.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just saw people sitting on Daffia's side, so we just all ended up sitting there.
Well,
it was all pretty.
I mean,
even.
you're both friends of Daffia.
Yeah,
and
it
Billy
didn't really
anyways,
matter
right?
where I sat, but dude, it was freaking amazing. And you guys all came out one by one.
Yeah.
Retel walked right by us, and I made him a little.
He did. I'm walking. And there's I'm like,
You threw him off his game, man.
I
He
did.
messed
because
up.
I fucked up my walk-in too. Did you even notice?
I didn't notice because you were a little too far at that, and I think I was looking at the next person coming at that point. But apparently, you said you went to the wrong side.
I went to the wrong side and like.
He didn't even go to Billy, man.
Yeah, you're supposed to go up to Billy and like give him props and shit and whatever.
Oh, shit.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? I walk and I go straight to the wrong side.
You didn't give Billy his props.
No, I didn't I felt so bad, dude.
No, dude, it's fine.
But no,
It's fine.
again, the only person who noticed was Billy. and like,
But
and
you were
other
the
two
only
dudes.
one, dog.
Just blame me,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
It's all good. I don't think anyone noticed because I think everyone was so focused on
Yeah.
everyone coming through.
But
Everyone
Billy has the
was,
video
yeah.
footage and he wants to watch it again.
Oh,
he wants to do this
That'll be
slow-mo.
great.
This is where Retel went to the wrong side.
This is the moment where Retel heard that. Yeah.
Narrate that shit.
Because Retel, you totally looked through your leg.
Oh, I totally did.
And then you kept walking.
You
I'm
son of a
sorry.
bitch. No, it's okay.
I have to, you gotta always spice it up. You,
You know,
can't keep it just like you guys' rehearsals. You know what I
Oh.
mean?
Well, we only rehearsed it once too, and we probably should have done it another time.
That's fine.
But
You guys
I
did
mean,
well, man.
for you, dog.
Clearly for me.
Clearly.
But I mean, no wedding ceremony, and it's never perfect, right?
No, you don't want it to be perfect. You
And we
want it. I feel like you want to have those traits of characters, and
Yeah.
those funny inside jokes and things to just really come
Because
out.
now I'm sure Billy's gonna be talking about for years that when I walked down
Yeah.
fucking wrong side.
'Cause
I
if
went
it
to the
didn't,
wrong
then
place.
it would have been like every other wedding, right?
He's gonna have that on me, man. and like it was supposed to be outside too, the whole ceremony.
It was, yeah.
But it was fucking like pouring rain in the morning. So they're like, fuck. Luckily they booked a backup venue. I'm just like, or like a backup, not venue. It's like the same venue, but it's a different area at the same
Had a
venue.
contingency
Yeah.
plan, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Contingency plan.
when we were driving there, we took Roman's Mustang, but it was like four of us. So it was like not much room in there, but it was just it was fucking pouring like crazy.
Yeah.
It was going off. So, but by the time we were inside, I think it all stopped.
It was
because
nice,
After
yeah.
the ceremony ended, you guys all went outside, and then it was picture
Because it was all
time,
dried out at that point. Like it was just overcast, which actually makes it like perfect for pictures.
Yeah.
Because if it was like super like glaring sunlight, I'd be like squinting the whole time in every fucking picture, and
Yeah.
like I'd be like sweaty
it was
and be too
perfect.
hot, and
It was very
Yeah, it was-
Vancouver outside.
it was great. It was great. I think
Yeah.
the pictures hopefully will turn out well.
Yeah, we won some side bets on the side that Billy was going to tear up. You know how a bunch of 20s got passed through? We didn't see it, but Billy apparently did tear
Oh,
up
he
there.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he
You know,
should be, man.
they
He
get-
should be
oh,
proud. He should
Billy
be
gave the
happy.
best "I do" I've ever fucking heard at a wedding.
I do.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
It's so
That
loud.
shit was, he got right up to the mic, like, I do. Everyone got so worried. Like, it was like, whoa, what's going on?
Do you, Billy, take blah blah blah? I do.
Daffia did so much of a better job on the mic. Billy, I love Billy.
Oh
though.
man,
It was
but
great.
it was a really good ceremony. It wasn't super long too. It was actually pretty short, which is great. And it was like short and sweet. Daffy gave
perfect.
her vows and just she started tearing up and shit. I was I got choked up
Yeah,
too,
she
man.
got
It
me
was an
going,
emotional
man. As soon
moment.
as she started
Dude,
talking,
super. I had to cover up Roman, man. Roman was tearing up
Roman
like
was
a
tearing?
crazy. Yeah, I mean,
Billy
dude,
and Daffy,
it was
man,
really.
since high school.
I
It's
know.
crazy.
I know. It's like what 13, 14 years
Yeah,
together or something.
very long time.
It's insane.
So, so the ceremony was amazing. Then we took a bunch of pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, because we're part of the wedding, the groomsmen and shit. And so, like, we had to take all of these fucking pictures. And like, long after you guys left, we're walking throughout Van Dusen, like the park and stuff, taking all these photos. And we're being such idiots. We're being just such idiots. Like, there would be points where, like you would all be taking a picture, and then like the photographer and videographer is just like, just pretend like you're talking and shit. And fucking Boris and
Boris,
Lou,
man.
they just talk so much trash and gibberish and nonsense that they probably thought we were the dumbest kids.
Oh man, I can't imagine. There's probably a lot of Chinese accents.
Oh
from Boris.
yes, and the photographer was Chinese,
Oh man.
and Boris is doing his fake Chinese bullshit. I was like fucking bored.
I gotta mind you, it's pretty good though. You guys gotta get a problem. It's a pretty good Chinese gibberish. I mean, he's with Roman like 90% of his life, and Roman approves of it.
I think if Billy wasn't Chinese and there wasn't tons of Chinese groomsmen and bridesmaids, then it probably would have been like, man, these racist motherfuckers.
It would have been really bad.
Would have been a little suspect.
That's awesome though. I gotta see. I can't wait to see these pictures, man.
Yeah, man. I'm excited too.
Yeah, there'll be some good ones, I'm sure.
Sure. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Their production crew that they hired seemed very, very good.
Yeah. No, they're
Billy
awesome.
didn't cheap out. I can usually tell with a lot of videographing teams of how suspect they look or how cheap they are. But
you're into that shit, right?
Yeah, they had some good people, man. They had some really good people.
What did you think of the whole picture taking process?
It was fun, man. I was just like hungry and tired by that point, but like
We were fucking exhausted.
we were like munching. I was munching like crazy, man. We had a bunch of snacks. It's carrying them.
So
with us.
I mean, we kind of incorporated some of them into our pictures too. So
because
we're
we were
like
snacking
taking
so
pictures
much.
with like Pocky and shit. We're just like stuffing our faces.
Yeah, you guys are funny because by the ceremony, you guys were all tired. For Roman and I and Whitney, like our day just started. You know?
Exactly.
Like,
we were
just,
already like fucking like 7 hours in at that point, right?
Yeah.
And then so we did all the pictures, and that took a long fucking time. We were walking around this huge park this whole time, and then by the time like we got back, and then we took like a limo bus to the reception venue, and like it was a limo bus. We're playing all this like
It was a party bus.
yeah, and like everyone was just fucking beat.
Everyone, man.
Everyone like I like Billy's brother Vincent. He's like just.
Yeah.
I think he fell asleep.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
I remember asking you guys when I got to the wedding party. I was like, "Yo, how was the party bus, guys?" You're like, "Oh, it wasn't a party bus at
It was
all."
not a party.
Not
That
a
was
party.
We were comatose, dude.
Yeah.
It was done.
There's like, yeah, but I sure playing, and you guys are all sleeping there. I
Pretty
can't
much. Like,
imagine
they're
little
playing,
John
like,
is screaming at you
music
guys. That's awesome.
But we were done. So luckily we found our second win by the reception. So we arrive at the reception. The venue was awesome.
Yeah.
Really good.
I fucking love the venue. Like it was a Chinese restaurant, so I'm just like, okay, cool, it's a Chinese restaurant. I think I've been to that one before too.
At least how they
did a
decorated
really great
it
job.
didn't feel like a Chinese
Yeah, and you
restaurant
walk
at all.
in, and I'm just like, holy fuck,
Yeah.
this place is amazing.
You can see it from the outside. I'm like, oh shit, this is some Chinese shit.
Yeah.
And you walk inside, it's like, oh wow,
Oh fuck,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
beautiful.
beautiful. Yeah,
That was very
they really,
beautiful.
really decorated very well, and there's a big dance floor, tons of space, 30 fucking tables with like 10 seats at each. Full house, like all those seats got filled. It was crazy.
Yeah, he wasn't kidding when he was like, we're at capacity.
Yeah, we're at capacity. It was like a big fucking wedding. It was huge. So we got there, and then we took some Hennessy shots. Then we did our walkout once people started, arriving and shit. Everyone would see we did our walkout. And Boris came out first, and he does like the Wakanda.
Did he actually do? I didn't see him do
He
it. I didn't
did.
see him
He
do it.
totally did the Wakanda for everyone. He came out, and
Yeah.
everyone was dancing and shit. It was awesome.
Yeah. At that point, it was like you guys were a little bit more loose, right?
Oh,
It was
yeah.
just
Yeah.
Less having to be formal and all that. and
Yeah,
more-
because
more fun.
that's the thing, right? The reception's that's like the party part of the wedding. The ceremony and all the formalities were over.
Yeah.
And I jumped on mic. I think I did a good job.
You did do a very good
Like
job.
I didn't. I could have been much worse. I didn't trip over any of my words. I don't think.
No, we did it, man.
Yeah,
you were
yeah.
good.
Good.
Talked nice and slow, and it was good. And and we all just had a fucking good time.
Yeah. It was great hearing Billy's mom talk on the
Yeah.
mic too and all that. That was just all so
funny 'cause
great.
Billy, I don't know if
She
you
was
guys,
great.
well, you definitely probably know this, but I don't know if you could tell Behr, but he was like heckling everyone who talked.
Who was?
Billy.
Billy.
Oh, really?
From behind.
Yeah.
So Billy's mom goes up, and she was like the first one to give her speech. So I introduced her. She's so nervous. You can tell. She goes up, "Good morning, everyone."
Good morning.
She's
And Billy's
she was
just like, "Hey, it's evening."
I remember she looked back to, oh yeah, good evening.
She's like, good evening.
She was great though. She was
great.
amazing on the mic. She killed it. She was like a lot of energy. She was happy. Like
Yeah.
everyone was listening and hearing her because she was just very. I don't know. She was projecting. and having fun.
All of the speeches were good. Fucking Billy's brother Vincent told some hilarious fucking stories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, it was just great.
it was very very fun.
Photo
yeah.
booth. We took a bunch of pics, and Chriselle and I we forgot the photos at the venue, so we were pretty
Oh
choked.
really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Mm,
I mean,
I
just,
emailed the one that we took.
Oh, you did? Can you
To
forward that shit
myself.
to me?
Yeah, I can send it to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I sent it to Yash already. He was pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, Ash was really funny. He got because we at one point we played a wedding game, and it's like just like Billy and Daffy, they just face opposite directions. They just answer questions, whether it's either like you just ask
Who's cleaner?
questions like who's the better cook or who spends more money, and just everyone was so into it, and everyone was kind of like,
game, man.
you know, little tipsy at this point. You could tell everyone was getting super into it. So I'm just like, who's the better cook? And everyone's just like, ooh. And I see fucking Yash all the way, like, he's like, oh. Yash is like standing up.
Dude, the whole time he was standing up. The whole time.
He was getting into it.
Dude, Yash saved me actually this party too, because my allergies were going crazy too.
Really?
Like, around the evening for whatever reason, I was dying. If you saw me, I was like tearing up. I was like, just, you know, not in good form. And Yash, thankfully, the dude had some allergy meds in his car. He had Benadryl.
Oh, shit.
You're not supposed to mix alcohol and Benadryl. The first time I did it, I was in New York when I went for Comic-Con, but I was just gonna be all right. Like, I was getting sleepy, but I was trying to get myself hype and crunk, and so I still partied through until the end of the night. And
you did,
and
you were
fun.
there the last song. We shut that place down.
Yeah, I remember. It was really, really.
It was great. Yeah, the dance floor was like full until the fucking end of the night.
It was.
And we were having so much fun.
That was really good seeing, like, you know, everyone close to Billy come out. Actually, like, and just a few people that I saw that, like, I grew up with when I first came to Canada that Billy ended up getting to know better at the party too. So I got to like catch up with some old friends, which is very cool.
Yeah, there was a lot of people because you know, like, there's a lot of people that I haven't even seen in a long time since like high school and shit too. So that was really cool. Took a lot of drinks with those people. We went around. We did like table toasts.
Yeah, that table toast was fun.
I was about to say that was like one of my favorite parts of the night because we were just like random like Billy's relatives, and like because the wedding party was so big and like their parents were with it as well doing the table toast. So like you almost like would toast each table twice.
Yeah.
So like Billy and the groom like and the bride would all go and they'd do the toast. Then we would follow up.
We'd
be
at
like,
the back.
hey!
Yeah. Toast
we would
again.
toast again.
I remember when you guys came to our table.
There's
Yash,
a bunch of
Yash
shots.
and we prepared like 30 shots on a
Yeah,
tray.
what was that?
I don't even remember.
That was
dude.
really,
it was
sweet.
mixed. It was mixed.
Sweet as hell.
It
It
was
was
really
it was
sweet.
shot mixed with like some.
I had to drink like
juice.
the last 4 of them because
yeah. We knew we knew that especially Billy can't take alcohol that well, no matter what he tells you, because he doesn't drink often.
Yeah.
So we weren't gonna give him like some raw vodka or anything
Yeah,
crazy like that, but it was still like a mix. So it was just we just told him it was juice. It's all good, and it was great. Everyone had it, and Lou ended up having to have 4 at the end.
like 4 at the end because
He
no
had
one
to
else.
finish it.
You had
dog.
extras. And I was
Everyone was
like,
being a bitch. Well, everyone had one, but it was fine. I had to convince Billy. It was fun. That was really, really fun, dude. Yash is he's hilarious, man. He was really, really fun. He's just getting crunk, having a good time. I mean, it's a celebration. I think a lot of people who've known Billy for a long time, like you guys, have been waiting for
sure,
for
dude.
so long.
I think everybody had a good time. It's like it would be hard not to have a good time at this wedding.
I
It
know,
was like
it was
definitely
hard.
one of the more fun ones that I've been to.
Exactly.
Especially because you know, I just like it's fucking Billy and Daffy, and we have like the same circle of friends, so I like know so many people. And I think emceeing was kind of like it was a unique kind of thing too, because I MC, I go and I talk, and you know, people were actually laughing at my jokes, which was nice. And then like afterwards, I would just walk around and like people would just strike up conversations with you because they saw that you were emceeing and shit.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of a cool experience. Go to talk to the bartender, and he's like, "Hey, good job up there," and like, you know, take shots with some other randoms, and it was a cool experience.
Yeah, I know. That's right. There was some crazy friends that Billy had.
Yeah,
There
he
was
just
just-
has some friends that go ham.
Yeah, he had this one girl. I think her name was Jessica. I want to say, I don't know, but she was fucking amazing. She was so crunk. She's always getting up shots.
Oh,
shots.
Joe,
She was
that's-
always taking us up from our table.
That I know exactly who you're talking about.
She
That's
was-
one of Daffia's work friends.
Oh, Daffy. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That I thought that was
I know
through
exactly
Billy's
who you're
side
talking
because she
about.
was so crunk. But
Because
she,
as soon as like, yeah, like before the walk-in even started, like she like just got there. She's like, shots, everyone, just shots. And that's when we all went and did shots.
Did,
and it was
yeah.
like a free open bar, and she's like, "This one's on me." I was like, "Good one."
well, I think it was that. It was. I think it was the tip she was talking about.
Okay.
I think she put down like a 10 or a 20 for everyone.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
So that's.
That's so
She was
funny,
awesome
man.
though. She was definitely.
she was so
anytime I was starting to like feel the allergy meds mixed with the alcohol, and I was starting to get a little sleepy.
Oh shit!
She just comes out of nowhere and
Shots.
makes us stand
Shots.
up. Yeah, that was really, really fun. I drank a good amount. I didn't want to get to. There's a point in time where I was like, I gotta watch myself. I cannot black out on Billy's party. Like I can't get too. Crunk.
Boris was like the complete opposite. He was telling me, "Yo, I'm gonna make a fool of myself tonight, man." He's like, "I don't give a fuck. It's Billy's wedding. We gotta get turned."
Yeah. Well, we did. I'm glad that everyone danced until the end.
Yeah.
And, you know, we were there for a while. So.
It was so funny. Like Lou, like Jack, your cousin, was just like on the dance floor at the end of the night too, and him and Boris were just so fucking hyped, man. He was just going crazy.
Boris had the wings, man.
Boris had the wings.
Boris had
The
the
wings.
craziest sweat patch.
Oh, that.
We call it the wings. Yeah, that's, yeah, that's when you know he went hard, dude. There was no other dark spots, but just his
Just
back
the wings,
over the
baby.
suit, mind
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
That's
Over
like
the-
two,
through the shirt,
two layers at least.
through the suit jacket.
Through the suspenders, dog.
Dude, it was
You know what would
fucking.
have been great if you saw the wings just with the two straps.
Exactly. Just across at the back.
Dude, that was like, yo, you know, someone went hard when
You
you
went
see
fucking
that.
full Rock Howard on
Through
that
the
shit.
suit, man.
Howard,
Yeah. But that was.
you went full raging storm, dog.
I wasn't gonna say anything to put him on blast, but I definitely noticed it.
Oh yeah, no, we called it out. We called it.
It was,
We're the first to do it.
it was such a great time.
And
for
then
sure.
Billy's relatives are hyped too. Like you already fucking Billy's
His
dad.
dad, man.
His
I
dad
was
in
about
the
to say
middle
his
of the
dad.
dance floor.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
going,
He's going
going
hard.
in, man. I was like, yo.
That's awesome. Yeah, Billy's dad was going harder than Billy on the dance floor.
He was going in. He came out of nowhere one time.
Yeah,
I was just like, he's a big smile on his face. You know?
Yeah.
He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo.
Billy's dad's
Crazy.
legit. Yeah, that's super cool.
But everybody, man, everybody had such a great time.
Overall, just great
Even
wedding.
like, cause my girlfriend came and she's like the first time meeting like all
Yeah,
you
it was the
guys,
first
but she
time I
was
met
like,
your girlfriend?
she was like, one of the things she said in the car was like, Behr is so nice.
Oh really? Oh, that's awesome. That's,
Yeah.
Dude, she was amazing. She was just
Yeah.
having fun. She was being
Yeah.
positive to everyone.
She
Yeah,
didn't
I
say
was
that
like,
about me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she really talked to you, I think.
well, we were.
But they
just-
sat together. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
that's right.
I was right across from
Yeah.
her, but
I did stop and I talked to her for a bit.
Nice.
And she watches the podcast.
She watches the podcast.
She's like,
Oh.
I watch your podcast. I'm
watch
like,
the
oh
podcast,
no, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
oh,
That's not a good person.
No, but yeah, she had a blast, man.
I know.
So it's like a testament to everybody else too, right?
Yeah,
like
because
you
it's
just
probably
like,
like first time meeting
Yeah,
a lot
'cause
of
she was, like, nervous
the
to,
circle
you know,
of friends.
Oh,
Come in
dude,
and
I would be
meet
fucking
everybody,
nervous
yeah.
too.
There's
Just
a lot
going,
of
especially
people
at this
to meet
kind
all
of
at
setting,
once,
too. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's such a like a not a serious setting, but you know, it's like a big thing happening.
yeah.
But
a
she was,
shotgun
dude,
blast
she,
full of
she
people
fit
to meet
right
all
in.
at
She was
once.
having so
exactly.
much fun. She was
Yeah.
vibing with the good music.
Yeah, and I knew she would too.
Yeah.
She's,
I think
She's a big Kanye fan. I respect that.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I
Yeah,
was like,
man.
yo, this is.
I think we're pretty easy to get along with too, anyways.
Yeah.
Especially after a few drinks.
But it was just it was such a good wedding. Such a good wedding.
Mm-hmm. Super fun.
Super good.
We gotta hear Billy's point of view.
I know.
Yeah, man, I'm curious.
Love to hear from Billy. And fucking Billy, he went out like mountain climbing today too. Like he showed me pics. I'm just like, holy shit. He was like legit up on like just hanging by the rope. I'm just like, fuck that shit.
Yes, that's right. He went with.
So we're gonna jump into some questions from the community,
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
from the Discord.
It's been a minute.
And
Since
we
the
didn't want to
last
go
time.
through too many last episode because it was just me and Luke.
Hey man, you guys held it down, man.
What are you guys most proud of in your personal life? This is from Sad a Little Pun Pun. What's your crowning achievement?
In my personal life?
Mm-hmm.
Crowning achievement in my personal
Like what's something that you've done that you're just like that you're proud of?
For me, it was, after graduating, obviously graduating was a big step. I mainly did it for my mother because I just wanted to bring her a diploma home. But it was just from the beginning I walked into the...
Top tier podcast.
when beginning to do my studies, right, to my first class, I wanted to get the job at one place, right? So the fact that it all just worked out, and by the time I graduated, I landed where I wanted to be, which almost never happens, and you should never expect it to
That's
happen.
pretty fucking crazy that you got in with EP though.
Yeah, I just got lucky. It all just kind of all came together, and the right opportunities were open.
How did that door even present itself to like with Victor Lucas? What was the connection?
So the one thing, the company was doing a big transition into getting into more of internet-produced content and teaming up with a lot of internet companies to distribute stuff. So actually what happened was the producer of EP, the main producer, ended up being like a part-time teacher as well.
Interesting.
So he ended up teaching us for one of his first, teaching arrangements. He taught us about producing. He taught us about, what's the other thing? Oh, writing and producing. We had 2 different courses with him. He was amazing. And he never directly told us, but he knew how much me and a few other people wanted to like at least do our practicum there, and I'm pretty sure it was him who told Vic that, hey, you should send an email to BCIT saying that you're looking for a few people to do your practicum. So 3 of us got in. I did my practicum there for a month, so I got to work there for a month, get to know the people. And then I pretty much offered, my time was coming up. I think I had like a few weeks left.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got pretty close with Vic at that point. I mean, just look as close as you can get in a month of spending time with him.
Of course.
And I was just like, hey, my time's coming up. If I'm going to be looking for a job on the side, is you okay if I just spend a little bit more time? Is you okay if I just volunteer for a couple more weeks, before I find a job, right? As I apply for a place. 'Cause I don't mind. I have other shit to do. And I think my period hadn't even ended yet. And I did the Doom review, I think it was. You
edited it?
I edited his Doom review or something. I think it was that. And I remember him just coming back or something after he saw the cut of that, after I edited it, and he was like, Behr, we got to talk about a contract. And then we only had a 3-month contract for the first bit, and then obviously that extended, and then it extended more. So really, really cool. I'm very grateful to have gotten it. So it all just worked out.
Yeah, that's awesome. And now, you were on fucking mic and camera with him during E3, and that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Going from an editing job to on screen.
That's the one thing about Vic, though. He gives people the chance and opportunity. If he sees the slight bit of passion and he kind of, knows that you're not going to do any stupid shit, he'll give you the chance, right? I mean, he's made so many great journalists, right? Like Jeff Keighley is doing the Game Awards because of Vic, right? Like Vic was the first person, I think the first time Jeff was a journalist for, video games was through Vic. And there's a few other people. I mean, who's the girl for? I mean, not that he gave her start, but early in her career, she used to work for Vic. Was it Evangeline Lilly from the Wasp?
Right. Yeah.
She used to work at
actress.
Yeah, she used to work at Electric Playground. And just
a
few
was
people.
She on screen?
She was on screen.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
she was an on-screen person. Yeah, and then I remember there was just the list goes on. He knows everyone in that freaking industry. So very cool, very awesome. I've been very lucky to do it. But
cool,
that's my life story.
You too, dog.
Thanks, dog.
Give yourself credit.
Faux show.
How about you guys, man?
Dog. I mean, I'm proud of my film. I guess the one that I'll show you guys some footage later after this.
Oh yes.
That's a.
But yeah, just because I directing, writing, and acting in it was a big deal. But just the getting up to do it thing was they always say there's out of every 10 dreamers there's one doer, right? And I'm like, I really want to be a doer, and it was Erica who was the one that really held me accountable to saying that. She's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to make this movie, and she's like, okay, well do it.
Do it, yeah. That's
and
awesome.
then she really it's like, this is what you're gonna do today. This is what you're gonna do tomorrow.
Hound your ass.
And she did, but it's what I needed, right, to really get myself going. And now I'm like, I can get there myself.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just her showing me that I could actually do it.
That's amazing.
And then us doing it together and finally doing it, it was like, man, I'm really proud of myself and us for doing it. And now now I feel like I can do this shit more, right?
Of course you can.
So,
I don't think people realize how difficult it is fucking putting a movie together, and especially the recording days and the shoot days are just sometimes things can go wrong and it's stressful, and if you're kind of like the main man behind everything, it's really a lot of pressure. But that's why even getting a product done is something to be proud of, right? To even to finish a film, no matter the flaws or whatnot, is something to totally be proud of. Especially because I know you were the main driving force behind that, because you were the director, producer, actor,
writer.
And
Erica was the one really who because she took so much on for me. She made my job easy, if anything. I mean, it was still hard, but if I didn't have her taking care of shit, man, I don't know if I would have gotten any of that shit done.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She really stepped up.
Dude, I can't wait to see it, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I'll show you guys some clips afterwards.
I'm excited.
Can we show a clip for a Patreon exclusive, dog?
Maybe, actually, yeah.
I'm always looking for the Patreon exclusive.
We gotta reward the patrons. Dude.
I know. That's what I'm just looking for, right?
We'll see what happens after festival stuff. I can probably make it even a Patreon exclusive, the whole film. But we'll see the rules. There's so many rules in terms of festivals and all that kind of stuff.
Of course,
so,
yeah. You can't show it and whatnot, of course.
So we'll see what's
Even
up with
if
that.
it's just a clip or something.
But yeah, even that, a clip. We'll do some. for sure.
That's awesome, man. That's totally something to be super proud about.
Yeah, dog. What about you, Mr. Serial Killer, Brendejo?
I'm proud of how long I've gone getting away with it. No.
You scumbag.
I know, man. I just bought a place. I'm very
Yeah.
Hell
Actually,
yeah,
that's
dog.
a big
That's
That's
accomplishment.
fucking huge.
hard to do in this city, man.
Very hard to do. I
Especially,
can't do that
we
shit.
We did it without any help too. So, very
No, for sure, man.
very hard to do. I'm
That's
proud of that.
something.
I'm proud of this podcast. Even small shit like that. We've been going for 100 fucking episodes.
Fuck yeah. It's-
And even though we're not huge fucking internet sensations, we have this small, like, really tight knit community that's awesome and who tune into every episode and
Yeah.
send us in questions, and I'm proud of that. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
those are a
You
couple.
should be,
Should
man.
be fucking proud of deep
I was
cuts as well, dog.
I'd say you should be proud of Deep Cuts
Thanks,
also,
man.
man. It's
That's a good
series.
show, man. It's better than
Yeah.
all the content on my channel, dog.
Nah, dog.
No, it is though. Real talk is
You
really
dropped some
good.
lawsuit, dog.
Yeah.
You dropped some asu,
You
man.
dropped some lawsuit, man.
Oh, man, that boy
proud of
that boy
that,
loves himself too much, man. That character is really fucking weird. If you guys saw the anime,
But I'll have the new Deep Cuts intro made by Mr. Behr Safi
yeah, it's all right, man.
Next-
I did it in
next
two,
episode.
Look cool to me,
yeah.
man.
I don't know. Hopefully, the next Deep
I-
Cuts episode won't be too long from now. Because, again, now that the wedding's over, we're focused on moving, man. We got like a month. We got less than a month now to get everything fucking ready to go and shit. It's
I
gonna be
mean,
a
I'll
lot of
help as much as I can. Hopefully, I know. Hopefully, it's not that Saturday where TJ and fucking Cody are fighting because I got.
Well,
that's
here's the
one-
problem. I think it's Evo weekend too.
Oh fucking
Yeah.
shit.
Bear's like, fuck it, I'm out. You're done, dog.
I mean, if you guys are going into the night, I'll fucking. Help
No,
out.
like honestly, like
Listen,
we're
man.
we have a lot of stuff, but we're getting rid of a lot of stuff, and so we're not taking everything, and
Listen.
we should be able to do it in one, because we're getting a big truck,
Oh, you guys. Okay,
like we're
okay.
like a big
I
like actual proper truck.
thought you guys needed my car too.
No,
so I was
no,
like,
no.
Oh, okay.
We should be able to do 1-2 trips max,
Which,
and we'll have
which
a lot
weekend is this?
of help. Should be the weekend of August 4th.
August
It's in
4th.
about a month.
August 4th. Okay. Okay.
I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's what I'm most proud of.
Dope.
Dope is a question from, I don't know, how would you pronounce that?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Ando Hime?
Ando Hime. This is a question for Bear, most likely. Ever gonna touch For Honor again?
Ooh.
Is there new shit coming out for that game?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try as soon as the Valkyrie buffs are live. I'll definitely give it another go. The game is a totally different meta than it was before. Not only did the DLC characters make the game so much more aggressive, like there's a lot of shit that you just can't react to anymore, and almost the meta is for every character to have some form of an unblockable. It's really weird. It made it very offense oriented because when the game first launched, it was very turtle heavy. As much as the shit as the game gets, I think it was a very unique idea, very, first of its kind, especially in today's, spectrum of games where they take, 200-300 people teams to make. So the budgets are so high that people don't really try and get creative anymore. They try to play it safe with
It's definitely,
genres that are safe. So For Honor was a risk that was really successful for them, which I think is something Ubisoft should be proud about. I am not proud of Ubisoft for what they did to Jason Vandenberg. I need to just watch that whole film about him. That's all playing in.
Was he like the creative director?
He was the creative director. That game was his entire baby. Like it was his idea. It was his dream game. And anytime you saw him on the E3 stage, he was the guy with the big beard, and
The longer
cane.
hair too, right?
Long hair, and he
Yeah,
had this big smile because he was so passionate about the game. But apparently, for like the last year of development before it launched, they kind of just stuck him in a cubicle, didn't let him express his creativity, do nothing.
Really
They just
fucked up.
It's
really
messed up.
messed up. So he left the company. There's a whole film about it. And
Interesting.
Kotaku, if you guys want to look it up, Kotaku wrote an article on it. So it's just search Jason Vandenberg or For Honor Jason. Kotaku,
sure,
you'll find
sure
it.
you can find it.
So it's playing somewhere in the Toronto Film Festivals. I was actually looking if I can catch it here sometime. So I was very sad to hear about that because just seeing someone's dream get crushed and someone be taken out of their own baby
Yeah.
is like really heartbreaking because I can't imagine how that feels. That being said, I will try the game. See how the fucking Chinese fighters work.
right.
I'm sure they're really cool. I think the series definitely has a decent future if they just don't fuck it up. I feel like they have some crazy balancing issues over there.
Fuck.
I think the people who make that game just don't have experience with fighting games. That's the big issue for them. They need to really.
Because it's a fighting game, right?
It is a fighting game.
Day.
When you break it down to, the extreme core, it's a fighting game. It's playing rock, paper, scissors. So you just have to be very careful with a lot of things that you add. Like the shaman, when she came out, was the most broken character. Like I don't know how she got passed through the testing phase. Like she was just crazy broken.
I already dropped off at that point, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. That's when I went back to try those two, as the shaman and the Haramusa or something like that. I forgot, but I'll try it again. I'll see what the Valkyrie is like. I'm a big fan of her, and we'll see from there.
I mean, you can go back on my YouTube channel and watch. We have some old For Honor videos, and some of them were fun as hell, dude.
Oh, dude, we had
some great times with that game.
We did.
It just there was a lot of the balancing was definitely a huge issue. There's just so many cheese tactics too. Mm-hmm. It's like you can be honest, but no one ever played honest.
I know.
And it was just very frustrating. That game made me rage so fucking hard.
Oh yeah, it really brings the scumbags out. And a lot of the people who do play that game are anyone who has a mic in that game, 80% of the times they're like dropping N-bombs or saying terrible shit.
I remember because you can make your own banner and shit in that game. How many swastikas do you see?
I know, swastikas.
I was like, what the fuck?
It's really messed up.
That's messed up,
all
dude.
the time.
I wasn't a big fan of the community,
no,
but
dude.
The competitive guys and I don't know, a lot of the other people were really nice, but there's just it brings out the worst in people. There's just some simple things when I see that game. I'm like, man, like when you do a 4-on-4. I'll make this short.
No, it's all good.
When you do like a team battle, and each you're paired up with a random person at the start of the round. So a big issue was the fact that when you were paired up with someone and you're all over the map, there's faster classes in the game, being the assassins. People would just run away from you right away.
Yep.
They would run away from you and they would take the buffs. That game was in a big need of something called the honor system, only in the team modes, that if someone was running away from you, that they would end up being slower. And so does that make sense?
Interesting. Yeah.
So that you can still move around and get to another teammate, but you would not be able to get away from someone just because you wanted to, right? Because if you were let's say a Conqueror, one of the heavier classes, versus a Peacekeeper, the Peacekeeper can just run the fuck away. You'll never
get the buff.
You will never catch the
Go
Peacekeeper.
Backstab some fucking person who's not expecting it, who's fighting their opponent.
Have a fucking honor system. Or make your stamina very slowly deplete as someone's running away. It was just really weird and small things. And why the hell did the buffs spawn right away? Those buffs I think they changed that now. They do spawn later on I think it should be a minute and a half into the round or something. It should be kind of like a late game thing to help people have a comeback, because the buffs were just so good. Just small things, man. Ubisoft, you guys need someone hire my ass. I promise you I can make For Honor such a good game. I don't know.
It's it was a game called For Honor, and everyone played dirty as fuck.
Yeah.
Nobody had honor in that game.
Oh, yeah.
No honor.
It was called No Honor.
It was no honor for sure. It was
called For Honor.
It's called For Honor.
I don't ever...
But they had no honor.
But they had no honor.
I know game development...
Should have been called No Honor.
Should have been.
No honor.
You're going to drive this joke into the ground.
I know game development is extremely damn difficult. And I would never say that I can make a game better than someone, but For Honor is one of those games that I've looked at and I've just had so many ideas of there's so many little ways to just fix this. There's so many things that the developers are just not seeing that is right in front of them. But hopefully that series has a bright future.
Hopefully, they're still supporting it.
So supporting it.
It came out over a year ago at this point.
Yeah, Ubisoft's never going to do it, but I would love for them to.
I wasn't going to say nothing.
You were thinking it.
I was laughing.
And so they're putting out a DLC, a big, sizable DLC, almost 2 years after the game's coming out, right? So, I mean, that's kind of cool. That's kind of like the Ubisoft thing. It's what they do, right?
Yep, that was expected. They're about the long term. Yeah, they're
games
about that.
As a platform.
Yeah, they're marathon runners. They want you to buy a game and make it last for years, which is really cool.
I mean, it worked out for them for Rainbow Six Siege, right?
Yeah.
Because that game is huge. It's huge now.
Mm-hmm.
It's been huge for the past year. But when it came out, it was very it just kind of just came and no one was really playing it or talking about it, and it was just slow burn. They've
really disappointed me with a lot of their Ghost Recon releases. You guys know I've been very vocal about hating The Division. And then we got Wildlands. I got a review code for that. I got it a week early. That's right. And I was really hoping to get into Wildlands because it looks so cool and the way they demoed it was cool. But man, that game...
We shared an account, as we said earlier. And so I downloaded and I played it. I couldn't get into it, dude.
Yeah, it just felt very empty.
Yeah.
Very, very empty.
Soulless.
Yes,
Just
soulless is the right word.
Lacked identity, lacked any. It was like a cash-in almost. Like these are the things that people want. They want open world. They want military shit, and it was checking all those boxes.
Yeah,
It was
multiplayer.
Like,
right?
multiplayer.
Yeah.
It was like it's bullshit. It's a product.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, we've mentioned it a little bit in the past, but just the whole new market is really, I think, shutting down a lot of creativity of developers because now they got to think about this long-term process of keeping the game alive and making it worth the $80
Games
that
as
we
a
pay.
platform and keeping you in there and keep you buying DLC and
Yes.
find a way to keep monetizing you long after you've bought the game. That's what worries about me about Anthem. Because Anthem, like, I love the idea on paper, but then you look at the game, it's just bland and it's just like.
I can't say I'm hyped for that game. I'm interested.
I'm interested. Like, I'm going to give it a fair shake because it's BioWare, Casey Hudson. Like, they got a good pedigree and shit.
That's true.
I know a lot of people shit on Andromeda, but that's a different team.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I do want to check it out for sure.
Yeah, EA, man. It's just so hard to trust them.
Yeah.
And Visceral shutting down, and
So
Amy
sad.
Hennig is not with them anymore. It's crazy.
I mean, I'm still waiting for them to bring back fucking EA Big, man.
Yeah,
That was the shit.
I don't like
know.
NBA, but I'll play some NBA Street,
Dude.
dog.
I don't know what happened.
Fuck.
How are you gonna get rid of that shit? SSX, man.
SSX?
You know, like fucking.
They made an SSX in like 2011 or something
Yeah,
like
but
that.
it was whack. It
2012,
was
but
whack. It was
as
whack
fuck.
though, man.
FIFA Street was
Like
was
fucking
Def
Def
Jam.
Jam?
Yeah,
Def Jam, man.
Def Jam was
yeah,
EA.
yeah. There's a lot of good shit coming out of EA Big.
Oh man, they did some good stuff for sure. Yeah, FIFA Street, NFL Street. Yeah, I remember the
All the street games were
NBA
sick.
games were my life as a kid. Like I used to really play those a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
And it was it Volume 3 that you were able to play as Mario and Luigi on the game.
I think so. Yeah.
Volume
That's the
3.
one.
So
Those games
funny.
are fun as hell.
They were very, very good. It's just like, mindless, stupid fun. Which we don't get anymore. Like again, there's been a few people who've been trying to steal that NBA Jam platform. What was that recent one called? I forgot.
NBA Playground.
Playground,
Or some shit
that's
like
right,
That. It looked
yeah.
whack as hell though.
It didn't do very well.
To be fair, I didn't play it, but
Yeah, we tried it. And our
wasn't it like free to play? Was it free to play?
No, it
Or
wasn't.
did you have to pay it?
wasn't.
for
You
it?
had to
Oh,
pay.
okay.
You had to pay. I think it was a $20 title.
I'll pass. Anyways, that is going to be it for episode 101 of the Top Tier Podcast. Thanks so much to the patrons.
Yes.
You can,
Thank
if
you.
you guys want to support the show, you can hit us up over at patreon.com/Top Tier Podcast.
How close are we to that camera?
We're getting pretty close. Actually, it's the beginning of the month, so we would have gotten some more funds deposited. So I'll have to go and double check. Thanks.
Amazing.
We're like over halfway there.
Nice.
Like we're on our way.
Thank
Anyways.
you guys so much.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully we can see something from Lou's film that he's working on.
Oh, I can't wait.
And I need to put up like a short, really fucking old video that I made back when I was like 17. You remember like the Pokemon Flash animation that I made?
I totally forgot you did that.
Yeah, so I posted that on the Patreon.
Can we watch that again? I totally forgot you did that.
Do you want to watch that right now?
Hell yeah.
Have you ever seen it, Behr?
I don't think I've ever watched
I
this.
legit
Oh, dude,
forgot about
it's
this.
fucking, it's really stupid. But I thought the idea was really good. I had no idea what I was doing. But I posted it as a Patreon exclusive. It's got copyright and music. But it doesn't fucking matter.
Copyrighted for everything these days.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh my god.
No, don't fucking hate, dude.
It's Retel.
Yeah, this is pretty good, dude.
It's Retel, man. That eyebrow piercing.
Oh, you got the eyebrow piercing?
This is well done, dog.
Level 19.
It's so fucking stupid, dude.
You went down without a fight, dog.
That's a full HP, dog. There he goes, $9.99.
It totally looks like Retel too.
You can see it's fucking not cropped properly there.
He was inside the Pokeball. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Was this a project
Yeah,
for
you
school?
you did that to the raccoon, man.
That's true.
That's fucked up.
How you gonna do Squirtle like that, dog?
Oh, yo.
You're shitting with your pants on, man.
I didn't even animate the rest of my arm.
Why'd you give him the slanted eyes, man?
His Ash Ketchum. No.
Yo, he had. You can see his pupils and shit.
Yeah, how old were you when you made that?
I must have been like 17 or some shit, dude.
Oh, okay, that's
I
awesome.
was young as fuck.
Or were you 19?
Maybe
Because you were level 19.
I may have been
You
19.
may have been 19.
So that's still like 10 years ago. But
Yeah, still around then.
it's legit.
That's a good one.
Exclusive to the patrons.
You guys will
You
see
got a little
that.
preview of that
A
sound.
little preview of that. Anyways, thank you, Behr. Thanks, Lou. Thanks to you guys for watching. Peace out.
Take care, guys.